Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been, I don't know, I've been so like happy with War because we've taken it so relaxed. I think we're on like plat 2 right now. Doesn't really matter. But ranked up Namor. I just took up the new Captain Marvel. I was gonna upload a video ranking her up and all that stuff, but yeah, time got the best of me, so you guys get a war video instead, which is pretty freaking hype, man. I'm just like loving the toned down version that they brought out. Nothing's like insanely impossible anymore, and the only note is that aspect of War Spite, which you pretty much have to basically, you just can't. If it's a Korg, you basically must have either a duped Ghost or a duped Omega. So that's the only fight that kind of bothers me still. So I won't be taking that lane unless I get an Omega or I do my Ghost. But here we go, guys. Psychic Thorn. So the way this node works is whenever you attack the opponent with physical attacks, you take Thorns damage equal to 1/3 of their attack rating. So 1404 is what I'm dealing back to her, or is what I'm dealing back to her that she was supposed to deal to me. But because I'm using Namor, the damage is getting reflected back, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, yeah, this fight is like pretty freaking easy, and the fact that she's been bleed immune most of the fight lets me build up my charges, which doesn't really matter because she goes down so fast anyways. Alright, managed to hit that SP3, and just like that, Emma Frost is down. So man, I guess I'm just so excited about the fights that I had towards the end of the war, which is pretty sick. We go in here. This is a rank 5 thing. I don't remember if he had suicides actually, but Psychic Thorns, Limber, Quick Nullify. Basically, you gotta make sure to not activate his protection as often as possible because he will also reduce the Psychic Thorns damage that he's supposed to take. Alright, so let's see how it goes. I was very curious how this fight was gonna turn out because Namor has that low chance to bleed, so it would take off some rock stacks. Sometimes it could be helpful, but sometimes it does kind of mess you up on your timing. But as you can see, so far so good, man. And I think I'm dealing about 2,000 damage back to him. Let's see. Yeah, it's around 1,500, 1,600, which is pretty freaking good. There, I actually messed up the timing. It's been so long since I fought a thing that, yeah, it's my fault, but alright, and throw my SP3, and I believe this does finish off the fight. Alright, and yeah, actually it does take him down. But here comes the funny part. So during this Alliance War, I scouted the path a little bit. We've been doing a little bit of free-for-all, and I've been liking it. Some people, not so much, just because communication is still kind of a big thing. But I go and teleport to the left side, and in my mind I'm thinking, alright, I'll take Green Goblin. It's like a regen node, but then someone else took it, and I was like, oh shoot, man. I was like, dude, like I'm screwed, like because I saw it was Biohazard, and I didn't know how the interaction with Kingpin would be, if he would shrug off the concussion and then just hit me. But I was like, you know, whatever, dude. let's see what happens. So I'll go in here with Quake, and after the first of 8, I was like, sweet, we're good. We're set for the rest of the fight. It shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, he's not playing too aggressive, which is very good for Quake. You always want an opponent that doesn't try to hit you every 2 seconds. That was a weird interaction where he actually converted it into the overpower, but it actually helps me keep debuffs on him, so regardless of the fact, it helped me. So I believe we just need one more after this, and then we're set. But yeah, he's down to 2%. I'm like, damn, that was smooth, man. We lost some health, I believe. 5%, 5 to 8% is the suicides, and then the rest was just taking block chip damage. Next we got a Wasp, and this node is best defense, so they gain more ability accuracy towards their evade and towards their auto block if they have it. So if they don't have that ability, there's no point to in placing them here. But as you can see, I'm gonna use my fancy schmancy, brand new, out of the box Captain Marvel to build her up in this fight. So Captain Marvel, every parry she gains 2 charges. If it's just a regular blocked hit, she'll only gain 1. So if you can hit those parries, you can build it up relatively quickly. But I also noticed that this Wasp has Limber, so you can notice Limber because you can only land 2 hits before the stun is over. You can land 3 hits if the person does not run Limber. The other thing I noticed is that Captain Marvel with her SP1 and SP2, I believe it's the SP1 and the SP2 where they gain charges, but the full animation has to land. But with the SP3, you get the charges. You get 10 charges with the SP3. I thought the Wasp would have to survive for me to get the charges, but yeah, I ended up getting the full charges. So after that fight, my Captain Marvel was at 24. And we got Buffet, best defense, doesn't matter, and Empower immunity. So Juggernaut doesn't have any immunities that I know of, except for the mind control thing with like Emma Frost. So this node isn't too good for him. But it is Buffet, and man, I guess I was Namor happy because I just like, shoot, let's go for it, man. Let's see how Namor does. And so at the beginning of the fight, it doesn't matter if you activate Buffet, just because they're already at full health anyways. And yeah, I'm just not gonna like pay attention too much to their health pool, because Namor is like a build up and just go ham type of champion, where once you get it, you gotta go, cause it's just go go go. So I'm at 15 charges. I'm about to hit an SP3 as well, and so it's kind of a I don't know. I guess he is a little bit slower than some other champions for damage, but the thing is that once you get there, man, oh my gosh. Alright, so I'm 27 charges, gonna throw my SP3. So one of the guys in the comment section told me Namor, when he throws his SP3, because he gains that passive fury, that passive fury also prevents opponents from gaining power from special attacks. So that's huge. As you can see, he's at 1 bar power. I throw my SP3 again. So that's 2 SP3s in a row so far. But yeah, Juggernaut after this SP3 should still be at just over an SP1. And yep, throw my SP2 and no power gain. So awesome ability. It's like that, like I can just think of like fights where you can just spam that SP2 2, maybe even 3 times. I don't think you can. I feel like you can do it 3 times in a row for the SP2 and they would gain no power. It would just be insane. Alright, I noticed that someone tried this. Killmonger died, which is fine. But we've got our fancy Namor. So yeah, going in this fight with Namor, and I was hoping he would be running suicides. Not because it makes the fight shorter, but because with suicides, Killmonger actually basically starts with a full bar of power, and it basically would just raise the amount of damage I do overall, because any Thorns damage I would normally take, I would just reflect it back on him. So as you can see, I'm doing about 100 and let's see, Thorns is off, but I was doing about 150, 160, I believe, back to him, which isn't much. Alright, throw my SP3. We should be close to this fight out. Yeah, there we go, and I think I just throw the SP2. Yep. And fight's done, man. Oh my god, dude. And this next fight is crazy too, because we got a Darkhawk. I was contemplating going Spidey and the other mini boss, but I was like, nah. We got freaking Captain Marvel. Let's go. 24 charges already, so the very first parry will get me to binary. I will have those charges for a little while, so there's another champion that's just like go, go, go. So as you can see, those, oh my gosh, he's just hitting so hard. Plus I got the invulnerability in case I do get hit. And there we go, SP2. And he's almost down, but like, let's check this damage out. And I added up all the numbers, and it ended up being just under 70,000 damage. But yeah, 22 hits and took down a freaking mini boss, which is so sick. Alright, and the last fight. This is a rank 5 Domino signature 200. She did have suicides. I'm gonna say about 20% of her health went to suicides. But at the very start of the fight, it's just weird. I just had like a long dash back, and I was not ready for that. And yeah, she just chipped me down to 15%. I was like, uh-oh. Getting a little nervous here, man. I got no health, and I'm fighting a Domino with her awesome damage back mechanic. And then I thought I was gonna get cornered, but luckily I didn't. Now that I think of it, maybe I'm gonna say maybe 30% of the damage that Domino took was to suicides, because she is losing quite a bit. She's been losing about 1,000, 2,000 every second. And let me just check how many seconds it's been. It's been a minute, so 60. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say about a third of her health went to suicides. So yeah, like 100k health. So yeah, that actually does make quite a big difference. But regardless of that fact, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to close out this fight, because I get to another SP3. My first SP3 actually crit failed, so I didn't activate the Fury. Go in with another SP3, and this one does actually activate the Fury. She's at 20% health. Throw my SP2, and yeah, I believe that SP2 alone would have done half of her health. So I think regardless if she had suicides or not, I would have been able to close out the fights. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.